Present.
Johnson.
Present.
Reinbold.
Present.
Langer.
Present.
Rux.
Present.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Present. Please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd ask for a motion to approve last week's minutes for the council meeting of August 3rd.
Moved. Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Lunsman and a second from Councilman Remley. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion does pass. Next, we've got open forum. No speakers have signed up to explain anything to us here today, so we will move along to the consent calendar. We've got 4 items of routine city business. Can I get a motion to approve those 4 items?
So moved. Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Rux and a second from Councilman Lunsman. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed, nay. Motion does carry. Next, we'll move along to new business. We've got a hearing on the issuance and sale of economic development refunding revenue bonds, Series 2020, in the amount not to exceed $2,565,000 on behalf of the Presentation College. Possible first reading of this ordinance. Carl, you're here to explain that to us.
Thank you, Mayor. As part of this refunding of the economic development revenue bonds, we're required to hold a hearing. That's where it gives the public an opportunity to speak, ask questions. So if there's anyone here, this would be the time and place to ask any questions or speak towards this. If none, then the hearing can be closed. And then we would consider the first reading of the ordinance that would allow issuance of these bonds. These bonds are a refunding because the interest rates are, of course, getting so attractive. So Presentation College would like to take advantage of that by doing a refunding of the original bonds. The original bonds were issued to build the dormitories, and they're being paid through revenues received from those dormitories. Tom Grimond from Collier's Securities is here if you have any questions about the inner workings of this bond, but it should be pretty straightforward, but certainly he can answer any questions that rise above my elementary level.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Remley and a second from Councilman Ronayne. And I just wanted to clarify, the city is essentially just a middleman in this instrument, and we have no liability whatsoever with these. This is a presentation bond.
That would be correct. All the bond payments would be made through the revenues generated at the dormitories and other presentation revenues. The city does not have any security risk with this whatsoever. And Tom, correct me, please, if I'm wrong.
Thank you very much. Does anyone else have any questions for either Carl or Tom? Otherwise, we'll take a vote on that first reading of this ordinance. Carl, why don't you give me a roll call, please?
Councilmember Renly.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Rux.
Aye.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Aye. Motion does carry. Next, we've got the petition for the vacation of public right-of-way, 16 by 62 feet, portion of the public alley right-of-way between lots 596 and 597, the Morning Heights subdivision, and Lot 1 at the Core Trust Bank addition. Brett, you're here to tell us about that.
Well, you pretty much explained what it was. It's a 16 by 62 alley right-of-way. It dead ends at the Core Trust Bank property. And Core Trust is requesting the vacation in order to extend that property that they own to the south. They own both sides of this, and they're looking at doing some future development, and this would aid them in doing that. Staff and Planning Commission recommend approval.
Move to approve.
Second.
I've got a motion from Councilman Ronayne and a second from Councilman Remley. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Bill while he's here? Okay, we'll do the possible approval of the resolution. Carl, give me a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Rux.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Remley.
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the payment request for the street maintenance concrete repair. 2, possible approval of payment number 1 in the amount of $95,598.81 to CWF Masonry and Construction. And Robin, what can you tell us about that payment?
Well, they're progressing very well. I would say at this point, they're very close to finishing that contract, so this will get most of the work done, a good share of next year's work actually done, so that the street department will have someplace to go in the spring and start with their patching program. Staff recommends approval of the payment.
Move to approve. Second.
I've got a motion from Councilman Johnson and a second from Councilman Lensman. Does anyone have anything to contribute related to this payment? Otherwise, Carl, give me a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Remley.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Rux.
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the wetland monitoring agreement with SEH, site monitoring near the Willow Creek Lake. Possible approval and authorization of the city manager to sign the agreement in the estimated cost of $8,000. Mr. Krokel. I'm not sure if that's him or someone talking to us through a tin can.
Might be God.
The outline of the agreement was included in our packets. I don't know if we'll need an explanation.
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Ronayne and a second from Councilman Rux. Does anyone have anything to discuss as it relates to this? Otherwise-
I'm here now.
Oh, great.
Okay, so basically what this is, we did a wetlands mitigation project in 2014 and 15 where we moved some functional capacity units of wetlands from the airport up to city property at Willow Dam. And part of that was a 5-year monitoring. So this will be the 5th and final year just to monitor those new wetlands and see if they're doing what SEH said they would do. So that's what this one is.
Rich, where do these wetlands fall in relation to Willow Creek Lake?
Adjacent property to it.
On-
There's I think there's 2 on the north side and 1 on the south side. So they didn't replace acre for acre, but they replaced functional units, functional capacity units, based on some mathematical calculation that I don't understand.
Fair enough. Let's get it checked out. Carl, give me a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Rux.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reif.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Remley.
Aye.
Mayor Shonneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the payment request for the airport improvement projects. Payment number 1, assist snow removal equipment purchase, Helms and Associates for $1,812.50. Payment number 24 for the master layout plans, Helms and Associates, to the amount of $4,686.58. Payment number 22 for the taxiway, also to Helms and Associates, for $62,291.04. And then payment number 4 for the 2019 taxiway reconstruction, the amount of $1,141,796.75. And payment number 10 for the aviation apron to Helms and Associates for $5,213.67. This motion will be the possible approval and authorization for the city manager to sign these payment requests for the work on these airport projects. Rich, are you still with us?
Yep, I'm still here. So payment number 1, that's a high-speed rotary plow, a giant snow blower, and we're putting that out for a bid on the 13th and the 20th of August with a bid opening date of August 25th. And we're actually going to be looking at replacing our liquid de-icing truck. The reason this one's in front of you tonight is because the lead time on the build is 16 to 17 months. So by the time we get this order in, we're not looking at having this plow until possibly next December at the earliest. This will replace a 1996 Oshkosh rotary plow that we currently have. Okay, line item 2, payment number 24. This is the continuing master plan, airport layout plan, and aerial approach survey. We're pretty close to wrapping this project up. We started this in January of 19, and let's see, yeah, we're at about roughly about 96%. ALP is 91%, but we're looking at wrapping those up real quick here. Item 3, payment 24 is for engineering administration and resident engineering services during the reconstruction of taxiway Charlie. And this included the phase 1 of this was building the new taxiway Alpha connector from taxiway Charlie across the main runway and connecting with taxiway Delta. So we actually opened up runway 1331 today, and we will be opening up the new taxiway Alpha this evening. Just got a little bit more painting, and we got to get some sweeping done on that. Line item 4, pay estimate for $1,141,796.75. That is for work completed to date on the taxiway Charlie and taxiway Alpha construction project. Bid schedules A and B. And if you look at your pay estimate, it's all lined out there for you. And line item 5 is 80% complete for reconstruction of the GA apron, taxiway geometry improvements. And this is the project that, if you recall, we were selected as the recipient of a $5 million grant with no state or city match. So this is 100% fully funded by the FAA, and we're going to be putting that out for bid next week as well. That bid schedule will match our rotary plow bid dates and opening dates, and then the project won't actually start until next spring.
Move to approve all 5 payments.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Johnson and a second from Councilman Lunsman. Does anyone have any questions for Rich while he's on the line here? Carl, give me a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Remley.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Rife.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Rux.
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the approval of the bill list in your packets for August 10th. We do have one late addition, which is a bill payment to Northwestern Energy in the amount of $92,600.20. A little bit too late to get it in the printed packet, but that will be added with this motion. Can I get a motion to pay these bills?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Who's the first?
We
got a
both spoke up
motion
at the same time.
Yeah, you guys sounded somewhat
We're
alike.
matching our voices.
That's right.
By
Echo
your
effect.
motion.
Got a motion from Councilman Ronayne and a second from Councilman Rux.
It wasn't Councilman Ronayne.
Remley.
Oh. The motion from Councilman Remley and a second. Well, wouldn't have thought it would have fallen off the rails earlier than this, really. We're doing pretty good here.
Doing very well.
Carl, give me a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Rux.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Rife.
Aye.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Ronayne.
Abstain.
Remley.
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Joe, have you got anything for us before we talk about this executive session business?
Yeah, just a couple of things. One, last week I started my educational visits. I might have mentioned this. I've made it to presentation this morning, Aberdeen Christian schools, and then the public schools, the Catholic schools, and Northern will be the rest of the week. And these are just really fun visits, learning about the schools and the educational partnerships, and some really good community development type topics have come up. So I think there will really be some good that come out of that in the future, but I'm really enjoying that. Another enjoyable event in Casey, I think, is here, the BMX race this weekend. And we had a lot of talk about that at the last one. That's just about 3 blocks from my current residence. So I walked up there yesterday morning and caught some of the races, and just a really neat, enjoyable, family-friendly thing. And at the same point in time, every hotel and I believe the campgrounds around town, and if you were driving around town in the evenings, people were walking in flocks from hotels to restaurants. So great for our community sales tax impact, but it was just a real good feel-good moment. If you got to see that, it just was made a proud thing. And I learned if you walk up to a BMX track, you got to stay on your toes because those kids are practicing for the races and there's bikes everywhere. So that was exciting. And then another email I got today, just a reminder from Brown County Emergency Management. We are seeing an uptick in cases, a rather small one, but when we're going from 0 or 1 new case a day to between 5 and 10 pretty regularly, I think it's just good for us to remind folks to use the preventive measures as much as possible, because a lot of this used to be monitored for symptoms. Now we're finding out there's probably more asymptomatic, so just the preventive measures as far as hygiene and considering face mask when you're in public, I think that's just no mandate, just good recommendations to continue to follow that. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Joe. With that,
Mayor, I'm going to ask that we add a couple of items to the executive session rationale. One would be to also discuss potential litigation, and a second to discuss a personnel matter, and that would be under 1-25-2 sub 1.
And that would be my motion, that we go into executive session to address those matters.
Second.
got a motion from Councilman Ronayne and a second from Councilman Rux to move to executive session. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. We will take a moment to clear the room for executive session. Thank you for joining us.
This weekend.
Great job.
I drove by a couple times. But